Prominent classical composers, including Ludwig van Beethoven, Johann Bach, and Mozart, are names you would recognize if you appreciate the world of classical music. The names of these virtuosos are etched in history for their contribution to music as we know it. In Belize, the maestro is Francis Reneau.
For me, I am very lucky because I think in some ways I understand music as a language, and that's what people usually, they spout that out. But I do, and so sometimes when I look at people, in some ways I read them almost like I'm reading those black dots on the score. Those look so ridiculous when you see music written there, and out of that, you create a world of wonder.
Francis Frankie Reneau is a classically trained Belizean musician known for using his gift of composing to create timeless works of patriotism. The love of Belize can be heard in his music, which has been performed by well-known Belizean singers like Lord Rayburn, Leela Vernon, and Tanya Carter. Music is Frankie Reneau's destiny.
That's how it all started. The piano was actually on location, and I was only 3 years old. And it seems that one morning, my guardian, the lady who brought me up, I called her my mother, she heard sounds coming from the piano, and rightly or wrongly, but thankfully, they thought, what's going on? He's playing a tune. And I believe the story, as far as it goes, was it's a band that was passing along the street the day before or something, and I was sitting there trying to find the notes of this tune that they were playing.
The child prodigy would later amass skills that deem him a musical phenomenon. At the young age of 16, he composed and wrote Mass in Blues, a collection of songs dedicated to the passing of his late music teacher. It's a spiritual expression that describes the stages of grief using a choral collective of supporting singers. One notable performer on this project was Jennifer Lovell.
Speak to me. Speak to me. Help me accept the day I cannot change.
He is a genius. He is a genius. He hears music in his head. He hears the whole band in his head. And then he would write the music based upon what he was hearing. I was always fascinated with that. He is a perfectionist, still is. And so we had to have our diction had to be correct. We had to sing properly so everyone could understand the words. Be on key. So we dreamed the music, literally. It really was.
You know, when you're doing these things, you don't actually think. You just do it because you have to do it. And you move on. It's when you look back, then you say, oh, how did that happen? And sometimes I look back and say, my God, how did I write that at that age?
Frankie Reneau would later contribute masterworks in numbers through notable productions like We Are Belize at 25, Song for the People, special renditions of the national anthem, and Motown Memories.
Once I had this idea of memories of, as one of the concerts was called Motown Memories. And once I got that, I thought, right, let's also feature all the local talent, which we have quite a lot, and get together and do the show. And it went down a real treat. It's been always packed in here. Sometimes 2 nights we had the show. And so this became a yearly thing. And it will, I can say now, continue next year.
Stick together. And we're still discovering new talent. Every time he comes, we bring some, new people in, and he's still discovering new talent. And he's really good about showcasing people, letting all Belizeans see the talent we have if we work hard.
Wish you a happy anniversary, 25 years going strong.
And his desire to impart knowledge and technique onto local artists has garnered him a great deal of admiration and respect. Jackie Castillo is one such person.
If you listen or if you read music and you read Frankie's music sheets, you will be in awe to understand that he hears every single instrument. He can compose every single sound. What you see on stage is just the finished product, but the genius that goes behind that level of composition, and for us to be a part of that, it puts us indelibly in Belize's history as musicians, because he doesn't work with any and anybody. If he works with you, it's because he recognizes you have a talent, whether you're a vocal talent or you're a musician that plays an instrument.
I mean, over the years, I've realized in some ways that it's impossible for me not to be without music. I think there's hardly a day that's passed that I have not touched the piano.
The language of music is one that few can speak, but it is felt by many. Its universal reach allows us to understand a song's story through emotions. Francis Reneau, the storyteller, is the gift that keeps on giving.
Francis Reneau.
Looking on the bright side, I'm Sabreena Daly.